Hello, hello. My name is Allie and welcome to Free Impression Night. I hope you guys are hearing me okay. Tell me hello if you join live in the comments. Just say, hey, Allie, I can hear you. I am going to go check in our group on my computer here to make sure that we are live. I see we have some joining, but just to make sure we are live. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, we are live. Well, hello. Hey, Miss Becky. Hi, Kara. Hi, Caitlin. I see Kimberly there. Y'all, welcome to Free Impression Night. I am going to quickly just pin something to the top here. Let me just give me 2 seconds, okay? I am going to do this, and then I am going to Oh, this moves so fast. Hold on. Shoot, I gotta find my comment so I can pin it. Okay, is it pinned? I think my comment is pinned. I'm going to refresh here. Just bear with us, y'all. A free impression bracelet is at stake. Okay, good. It is pinned at the top. Okay, wonderful. Well, let me introduce myself and let me just welcome everybody to Free Impression Night. My name is Allie Santano. I am so excited to be here this evening. It is 7 p.m. Central Time. I am in Texas. It still looks like it's 5 o'clock outside and feels like it's 3. So I would love to know in the comments, y'all tell me what temperature was it where you are today. Tell me where you're joining from and tell me what the temperature is where you are joining from. We had a beautiful day here. I'm in the Dallas, Texas area. Hey, Miss Tracy, I see you there. Hey, Stephanie. I see Shakristala and Jamie. You can't hear anything? Jamie, can you hear me? Okay, can y'all hear anything? Hopefully you can actually hear me, right? Let's see, I have my, okay, can you hear me? Somebody put yes, that you can hear me in the comments. Let me check one thing. No, okay. I was afraid maybe one of my earbuds was like sitting around the house. No? Okay, I'm gonna assume you guys can hear me because I cannot. Okay, Amanda says yes. Okay, good. Okay, I was worried because a little earlier today I had my earbud in and I put it in my pocket. Anyway, that's a way to not ever hear your phone ring. Put your earbud in your pocket when it's still connected to your phone. Well, let me start over. Okay, so like I said, I'm Allie and I'm in the Dallas, Texas area, and welcome to Free Impression Night. Okay, I am really excited to be here tonight, share all things Park Lane with you guys. And I am excited to, give a free impression bracelet away, okay? So this is what tonight is all about. Tonight is all about giving away one of these gorgeous, gorgeous bracelets. Y'all, I love it whenever I get to show these on camera because look at them. They are so gorgeous. And I know you saw these last night with Jessica, but are they not so gorgeous? And what's amazing is that our new stylists actually get to get one through Wednesday whenever they sign up and submit $300. Well, we'll get to that a little bit later, okay? But let me go ahead and just share with y'all, before I get started and sharing all the things about Park Lane tonight, can we just give all of our amazing ladies that have gone live in this group a hand, like give them like raise the roof or give them some hearts, because the reason why we love having all of our wonderful bright lights, that's the name of the team that we are on, all of our wonderful bright lights, a little bit of a stage in here, is because we want our guests, we want you all to see just what we are made up of. We want you to see that we are all different types. In fact, I just forgot to tag. Let me just tag everyone. I'm sorry. Let me make sure I do that. At everyone, hope you can join us. Okay. We love all of our guests to actually see we are so different. We have every walk of life on our team, and we love that because that's really one of the things that Park Lane is really passionate about at its core, and that is having jewelry for every walk of life, jewelry for every style type. And so we love all of our different stylists to come in here and share a little bit about what they love about Park Lane. And you will have to pardon me because I am dealing with a little bit of a head cold. So if the cough comes on every now and then, I probably should have had a glass of water in here with me. I don't. Okay. But I'll try not to yell. But let's give some hearts to all the ladies that have shared their arm parties and shared what earrings they're wearing or shared their layering necklaces. So now it's my turn. I am so excited because I just got my Sparkle Box. So put Sparkle in the comments if you are a Sparkle Box subscriber. I am a Sparkle Box subscriber and I have the premium Sparkle Box, which is Park Lane's monthly subscription box, okay? And I just opened mine yesterday and today is the first time that I am wearing it. And look at the Sea Breeze. I think that's what they're called, the Sea Breeze. I have got to take these earrings off and show them to y'all, okay? Look at the butterfly. One of my best friend, she is a Sparkle Box subscriber and she texted me, she was like, these are my favorite. But you know, like every month she texts it to me and says, my favorite Sparkle Box so far. I think she just loves getting a piece of jewelry in the mail and she didn't have to pick it out. And it's so cute. And so that's the beautiful thing about the Sparkle Box is that it's just fun, surprise sparkle. And there are two different levels. There is a standard level, which this month it's the Sea Breeze earrings. And then there's a premium level, which is both of these pieces this month. This is a all things turquoise. I am a Texan and I love me some turquoise. And you guys, you heard Jessica last night talk about the Van Cleef inspired pieces that we have, all the Lanas and the Foxies. Okay, I have some of the necklaces right here, but this one is also Van Cleef inspired. So it is a really, really smart Sparkle Box to subscribe and get. And it's all of these. And I haven't even, this is my first time to wear it. I don't even know if you could take it apart, but I have a feeling that it all comes apart in the back and it's a 3-in-1. So if you have not subscribed to Sparkle Box, you need to contact your stylist and you need to grab it because I mean, I think this is the cutest one so far. And how perfect is this to put on with your swimsuits in the summer, or if you go tubing, like floating down the river, or if you're wearing a cute black maxi dress, it kind of dresses it up. And these could totally be worn to work, but they're a little bit whimsical because they have the little butterfly on there. Anyway, that's what I'm wearing. It's my turn. And my arm party that I have today. So you guys, oh my gosh, I just forgot the name of this bracelet. Okay, well, I'm going to call it the cherry. It literally just left my brain. Okay, literally just left my brain. Okay, so y'all tell me the name of this. The cherry, I wear it every single day. I'm calling it the cherry bracelet. I have my Wilder. This is my royal bracelet. And then this is my Shea bracelet. And I pulled the Shea in because it's perfect to go with the Sea Breeze. Okay, so let's get to why we are here tonight. So let me introduce myself. Tell you a little bit about what we're doing. Tonight we do something called Free Impression Night. And Free Impression Night is, we love to give jewelry away. Park Lane spoils us with free, Tarte. Thank you, Shakrista. Lord have mercy. You wear something every single day and you forget it. They needed to name it Cherry, okay? They just needed to call it Cherry, not Tarte. So, but tonight we are doing something that we call Free Impression Night. We love to share Park Lane and we love to give jewelry away. Park Lane spoils us with like up to $1,200 a month in free jewelry. So we love to give it away. Okay, that's essentially what we do. We give it to our hostesses. We give it to our customers. We do giveaways in our VIP groups. We do giveaways to your friends if you've hosted a show. We give your friends and your guests free jewelry without them even ordering. We love to give it away. We always say, I have too much jewelry, said no one ever. And we love to give it away. I love to give it to flight attendants. I even give it to really nice TSA people when I'm going through security, because don't they deserve some free jewelry if they're like super nice? And so, no, they have a really tough job, even if they're not nice, honestly. Jewelry would really like brighten their day. But we love to give it away, and we also love to share about Park Lane. So maybe you are here because you are a guest of your stylist. Maybe you're here because your friend invited you to this event. And we do a Free Impression Night, and all that this is about tonight is I'm going to share a little bit about my personal story, a little bit about why we love jewelry, and just for being here and listening and filling out the survey that I have pinned here at the top of the comments, you get entered for one of these, a free impression bracelet. We fill out that survey, have all your information in there, tell us a little bit about you, and then we pick a winner. And that's what we do on Free Impression Night. So let me go ahead and get started and tell you a little bit about me. My name is Allie, like I said, and I have been with Park Lane for going on 7 years now, okay? But rewind 17 years ago, I was actually pregnant and I was working full-time in pharmaceutical sales, pregnant with my daughter, my one and only, and one of my sisters decided to sell Park Lane. And I told her I would host her first show because I really thought to myself, okay, a good sister probably would say yes, right? That was really the main reason why I replied to the email, yes, I will do your first show. Fast forward a couple of weeks and I find out my other sister is going to do it. And she said, Allie, you should do it with us. It's all about the accessories when you're pregnant. That right there was like, wait a second. I did not know that. I've not heard that, and I am in month 7. That is not fair. No one told me that. But second, I don't think I realized at that moment what I really needed was actually like something else to focus on. I love my daughter. Obviously I love my child, okay? There are many of you on here that love being pregnant. I did not enjoy my pregnancy, okay? I was sick every single day, the entire pregnancy. It was healthy, not complaining, it was healthy. But it was hard to be happy when you're sick every single day for about 10 months because she was pretty full term. So it was kind of like a bummer, like getting up and going to work and getting sick at lunch and then going back to work at the end of the day, or going back to work and having to like be outside and make all those sales calls and be happy. That wasn't the easiest thing, but I was doing it, right? And when I ordered that kit and I put that jewelry on, it like gave me something else to talk about. Like it made me feel cuter. People were asking me about my jewelry. They were like, when I would go up to the receptionist's office and my doctors that I called on, they would be like, oh my gosh, I love your bracelets. And I was wearing stuff like this to work. Why not, right? It made me me. And I would get so many compliments and it started conversation and it made me feel more confident. But it was a distraction. It was a total distraction of how I felt. And that, what I have found, has been a common theme on our team, which is why we are called the Bright Lights, okay? We lift others up. We want to be a light to the world. We bring light to others by hosting shows. We bring light to our hosts because many of them say it's like the most fun thing that they did this week. We bring light to our customers whenever they get to shop that amazing 2 and 4 sale, and then they get like a haul, like a jewelry haul is what they get whenever they get their jewelry, because they got most of it at half off and some of it at 80% off, okay? Maybe something was free, all right? And so it's a haul, so they're totally lit up whenever they get to open up all of their goodies. And that is really what we are all about. But that's when my journey started. It was like I thought about it for like maybe 30 minutes and thought, you know what? I deserve this. I'm gonna do it. Worst case scenario, I get my money back, okay? I went and did my first month, which I think I did like 2 shows, okay? I got my first paycheck and it was $550. So what do you think a pregnant woman who felt yuck did with her very first paycheck? I went to Kate Spade and got my very first designer bag. My daughter is 16 years old now, so that was 17 years ago. And it would be more expensive today if I was to get that same designer bag. That is literally what I used my first paycheck on, okay? Fast forward, and here I am, and I love creating those stories for other people. At that time, I had never purchased a designer bag before, and that was what I called my pregnancy gift. But what I loved about that $550 paycheck was that it was guilt-free. I had fun. I was doing in-home shows at that time. Now I exclusively do online. Every now and then I do an in-home show, but I love how you and I are actually able to connect right now without having to be in any close proximity whatsoever. You guys are here from all over. I haven't really looked at the comments to see where everybody is joining from, but if it wasn't for an online business, I wouldn't be here connecting with most of you guys today. And so I love our online format, but many of us do in home. And that's when my journey started. But what I love about this is that this has brought immediately to me, when I decided to take my business full time, it brought me the freedom that everybody is looking for. And that is what 100% most people are looking for whenever they're going to start something like this. So let me share with you what I'm going to share with you tonight, okay? I'm going to share with you just a little bit about direct sales in the industry, okay? And why it's such a great industry. I'm going to talk a little bit about why jewelry. I'll share a little bit about why Park Lane and what sets Park Lane apart, and then we'll talk a little bit about why now is a great time to do this. Okay, so whenever I what was I saying? Oh, okay, so what I loved at that time was this was something that I was joining that was 100% mine, which is 100% what everyone is looking for when they join a business like this. You can do it whenever you want, however much you want, how little you want. You can put it down, you can pick it up. You have no boss, you have nobody breathing down your neck telling you have to do this, okay? That is what it is like at Park Lane, and that is why every single person gets into this business. It is their own business, but it's democratized, meaning it's $129 to actually start it. What business out there can you start for $129? You get a free website to go with that. And at Park Lane, you get $500 in free jewelry, okay? And so that is the number one thing that people love, and that's what I loved about it. I was working full time. I had my own thing. I did it as little or as much as I wanted to. When I was on my maternity leave, I went out and did it like 2 or 3 times a month. I remember that first month I made $1,000, and I was like, $1,000 on top of what I made in my full-time job. I mean, that was like stupid money. It felt like stupid money, okay? And that is what people love about this, okay? It's immediate income. When you start a business like this, especially at Park Lane, you can be earning income in the first week, okay? And that is what's so nice about not having to build your website, not having to create a product, not having to distribute it. You have your website and all you do is share it, okay? It's a plug and play platform. Like I said, all you do is share it, all right? So that's what's so great about this industry. But I would say the number one thing people love about it the most is that it is, sorry y'all, like I said, been a little under the weather for the last 3 days, and now the allergy, like today it's a scratchy throat and an itchy nose. Okay, so that's what people love about this industry. But the number one thing is that they are their own boss and they can flexibly do it whenever they want. You could do 2 shows a month. You could do 2 shows a week. You could do 2 shows a year. It's up to you. We do not care. As long as you are happy in your business, that is what we are happy with, okay? That is what is so great at Park Lane, okay? Now, why jewelry? So I have been in jewelry for 17 years. I've been at Park Lane for 7, and I had another business with another company for 10 years prior, okay? I have a comparison point. And so that's kind of what my perspective is whenever I come and share a little bit about Park Lane. But why jewelry? Why did I go to jewelry, and why did I stay in jewelry whenever I changed companies? First of all, it is simple. It fits. It is as simple as these are the cute jazzy earrings. They're awesome. They're cute. They're like a wow piece. They're an outfit maker. You can wear them with anything because they have all the colors. Guess what? When you're showing these, people are like, yes, no, done. That's about as simple as it gets. There is no education required. People know how to put a necklace on. They know, which Denver they like. They know which Denali they like. You don't have to teach them how to put bracelets over their hand. There is no education required. You are wearing it. And like I told a little bit ago before, and whenever I first started, I was out doing my everyday life and I was getting compliments on my jewelry, compliments on my bracelets, on my earrings. It was a conversation starter. So wearing what you sell is incredibly powerful. It is a conversation starter more than any other product category out there in the network marketing and party plan and direct sales space, okay? It is a consumable product, all right? This top right here, Amazon. I pulled it out of the closet, okay? I have 3 others in different colors. Because that's how we are with clothes, right? It is a consumable product. You wear it for a while, you discard it. This one I've kept because I really dig the pinstripes and it's super summery. It makes me feel like I'm at the beach, which I am not, or in North Carolina, one of the 2. But jewelry is consumable as well. Y'all, jewelry is as old as the Egyptians. Jewelry is never going out of style, and people are never gonna stop wearing jewelry, especially in tough times. I started this business in 2008. during the Great Recession and the crash of the housing market. And I will tell you that even in tough times, people still want to feel beautiful. They want to feel normal, and feeling beautiful is one of those things that people will never stop desiring. And so jewelry is a consumable product. We get something, we wear it for a little bit, and then we move on. We all have our like keepsake pieces, right? Like your wedding bands, maybe something that's been passed down from a family member. My daughter has a necklace that my mom had made for her. It was like her high school ring. My mother is Cuban. She had her high school like graduation ring. What are they called? Like high school class ring made into a necklace for Gabby. She will have that forever and ever and ever. We all have those pieces, but we all love pieces that are like fun and, oh, it's turquoisey and it's summer and I'm gonna wear turquoise, or it's rodeo week and I'm gonna wear turquoise, or it's go Texan day and I'm gonna wear turquoise, or I'm going to a country western concert and I'm gonna wear turquoise. We all have that fashion jewelry too that's fun and whimsical, and that is what is so fun about jewelry, because it creates conversations, and we're always wanting to update our jewelry wardrobe. Jewelry also spreads joy. Okay, let me just tell you, I have so many stories, but I'm just going to tell you one. There is a stylist at one point that was on our team, and she was going through some cancer treatments, okay? She was going through chemotherapy, she lost all of her hair, and the reason that she became a Park Lane stylist is because when she put on earrings and looked in the mirror, it made her feel happy. It made her feel normal. It made her feel beautiful, okay? It spreads joy. Another story, my own mom is actually going through ovarian cancer treatment right now, and she is going through chemotherapy, and she does not go to her treatments without her jewelry on. One of the first or second treatments that she was going to, she was like, okay, putting her makeup on, and she was like, go get my little tray of earrings. She just has like a tray, honestly a basket with like, not the best way to store your jewelry, but it's fine. She had a basket with all her jewelry, and she picked the wee earrings with Park Lane, and she put them on. She was like, okay, now I just feel better. It spreads joy, okay? It also makes other people smile. Whenever you wear jewelry, someone's like, oh my gosh, I love those earrings. Like, it feels good to give someone a compliment. It also, when someone is gifted a piece of jewelry and they put it on, they remember the person that gave it to them, and it makes them happy. It brings joy because it's the memory of receiving that gift. They remember the person that they love. So it spreads a lot of joy, and that's another reason why jewelry is such a great product category. So those are just some of the reasons why why jewelry and why direct sales. But let's get into why I love Park Lane and why all of your stylists here absolutely love to share this with other people, okay? So one thing about Park Lane that is extremely unique, we're very, very proud of it and very excited, is it is the world's largest and longest standing jewelry direct sales company. Park Lane is celebrating their 70th anniversary. I said wedding anniversary. 70th anniversary this fall. We will actually be celebrating it in Zurich on our company trip, on our sales incentive trip in Switzerland. They usually do them in September, and they moved it up to August so that we could be there on the anniversary and celebrating it. I can't even fathom the things that they're going to be doing on this trip to celebrate that anniversary. But it's been around for 70 years. And what that means, especially today in the direct sales space, what that actually means is financial security. It means legacy. And it was started by a little couple back in the 50s. Shirley and Art Levine was their names. Shirley actually just passed the last month. I went to her funeral in Chicago. She was an incredible woman. I never met her. She was an incredible woman. She was a diva, y'all. She was like a trailblazer. Think about this. In the 50s, someone who was giving income opportunity to women. And she was sometimes not very liked by spouses, by husbands, okay? We're thinking back in the 50s. So she was a trailblazer. And today, there are 3 of her sons that own and run the company. There are Mark, Scott, and Art. They're the CEO, CFO, and COO. Okay, operations, finance, and the CEO. But not only that, y'all, the third generation also works in Park Lane. There's a Levine or Levin is their last name. And there's a Levine in every department, in the international department, in the jewelry department, in the ops department, in the finance department. There's a Levine, a third generation Levine in every department. And so they are carrying this legacy forward, and that is very unique, especially in this industry, okay? The jewelry with Park Lane, like I said earlier, I mentioned this earlier, is extremely diversified. And let me just tell you, so I was with another jewelry company before for 10 years, before I was partnered with Park Lane 7 years ago. And we had a lot of stuff like this. Super trendy, amazing trendy jewelry. The reality is only like 10 to 15% of the people that wore jewelry would wear earrings like this. It was more people that would wear something like this, or something like this, or smaller earrings like this, or something really classic with a little pop of color. I walked around whenever I was considering joining Park Lane, and I walked around my town, the grocery store. I was going to, my daughter was cheering at that time, like pee-wee cheer. I was going to the little very hot Saturday football games, and I was looking around at the jewelry that everybody was wearing. In fact, I went into the HOA office one time in our neighborhood to do something with like a toll tag for the gate. And I told myself, I'm going to look at the jewelry that everybody is wearing. And I remember going in that office and I remember thinking, this woman would not wear, she is not the person that would be wearing these earrings. I love these earrings. Some of you love these earrings, but this super niche, trendy style did not appeal to everybody. And that's one of the very unique things with Park Lane as a jewelry company, is that they have a style for everyone. If you go on the website, you are going to see lots of stuff like this, and you're going to see lots of stuff like this, and you're going to see a lot of designer inspired pieces like this too, because that tells me, that gives me more people that I can actually sell to, and more people find things at Park Lane. And when they shop the customer sale, the buy two get four at half off sale, I mean, you guys, they get the haul. Like I said earlier, they are getting the haul. And you know those direct sales parties that you go to sometimes where you order and then you're like, whew, I'm not going to order from them for a little while later. Park Lane's the opposite, because they're getting something, they're getting 4 items at half off, and then they might even get something that's $200 and they only pay $35. They come back because they're like, okay, I'm going to go back to that company. I'm going to check with Allie and see what kind of deals she has, because I kind of need some new stuff. Or they see one item and they're like, okay, but I know that the more I buy, the more I save. So I'm going to ask her what kind of deals they have. That is what is so unique about Park Lane. There's a lot of psychology in the sale, and your customers love it. Our host plan also is amazing. The host plan spoils our hostesses rotten. And let me talk for a moment about the host plan. So a hostess plan, what's so great about the party plan is with a host plan, meaning like your host invites all her friends to a party, okay, online or in person. She is the one introducing you to your next customers. She is the one introducing you to her mom and her neighbor and her friends from work and her mom friends, okay? Her cousins, her family members, her, all the people that she invites. That way, my customer base is always expanding because my host is always introducing me to her friends, okay? That is a lot easier than me digging through my online social network and trying to meet new people and meet new people and meet new people, because the host likes me. And it's like when a friend introduces you to their friend, right? You're like, well, if you're a friend of hers, you're a friend of mine. That's kind of how it is with the host. Now, the host plan with Park Lane is paid for by Park Lane. It does not come out of our commissions, which is also very unheard of. It is so incredibly lucrative. Our hostesses get like $400, $500, $600 in free jewelry and half off items. So our hosts love hosting, and they are absolutely spoiled. They come back for more. Okay, let's see. We talked about the host plan. Okay, so let's talk about what the stylists get. We talked about the customers, we talked about what the hostesses get, but let's talk about what the stylists get, okay? Because I know that's on your mind. Okay, this is all great, but how much do you get paid, right? Like, am I going to actually profit through this? So Park Lane is the highest paid jewelry company out there, one of the highest paid compensation plans in the industry. But we get paid between 30 and 50% of our commissions, our personal sales commissions, okay? And what's very unique about Park Lane is as you promote, if you grow your team, as you promote, your personal sales commissions go up. You promote a career level, you're no longer earning 30, you're earning 35%. And guess what? You have it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You have it forever. You never lose that career title. You never lose that career rank. You never lose that percentage, that compensation plan that goes along with that title. You have it forever. You could even have to put your business down for a period of time because XYZ life happens. You pick it back up and you still have it. That is unheard of, and that is how Park Lane is, because they realize that if something is not going right in your life and you have to step aside, they are not going to shoot you while you are down, because that definitely doesn't make people want to keep their business around. So they're very in tune with what is really, really important. And they're very financially responsible and fiscally conservative. That's how they can afford to do that, okay? They also have a really unique program that if you have direct sales leadership experience, like you had a team at another company, network marketing or direct sales, then you could potentially qualify to come in at a leader rank, okay? It's called the Direct Appoint program, and you are directly appointed a leader rank. I had direct sales experience before. I had a team at another company, and I qualified to come in at a higher leadership level than entry level. So therefore, whenever I started, I was earning higher commissions. They recognize your past experience. Why? Because it's valuable. Because if you've built something before, guess what? You're going to do it faster the second time because you have all of that invaluable experience. And so, or I guess it's valuable, but there's really not a value that you can put on it because you do something the second time. And if you've done it before, it'll happen faster. So they pay you at that rate because you deserve to be paid at that. So if you fall into that category, you need to let your stylist know, because she can get you in touch with someone at home office that can talk to you about your experience and see if it is something that you qualify for, okay? They also have 2 company trips, y'all. 2 company trips. We, just got back from St. Thomas. We are going to Switzerland, like I said, in August. I can't believe it. Like, the week before school starts, I'm going to Switzerland. My daughter can't come because she has to go to dance, and my husband can't come because he has a big work thing. So I'm going as a girls' trip. I'm so excited. But you guys, we just went to St. Thomas. Before that, we were in Dublin in September. Before that, we were in Paris, right? Before that, we were in Cabo, I think. Before that, we were in Aruba. If you're like, are you kidding me? No, I am not kidding you. That is seriously straight up where all the places that we have been, okay? We are going on next trip before we can even think about what we're going to be packing for the next trip. It is a real big part of Park Lane is the travel, the international sales trips. And if you love to travel, then you need to try this out, okay? And Park Lane also has this incredible fundraising program that I'm super passionate about, and I know a lot of our stylists are too, where they have a 50% give back, okay? So if you go and you do a show and you sell $1,000, Park Lane gives $500 to the 501c3 organization, and then they will pay you commissions on the other $500. Yes, you can fundraise and still earn income. I've done some fundraisers that are, for like Alzheimer's walks, like partnering with someone that's walking, like doing a walk, and she has to raise money. She'll do a party and people shop. I've also done fundraisers for my daughter's, a few different school organizations, like the volleyball team, the girls softball team, the 2 different drill teams. Like I've done some fundraisers with those, or the cheer team. you know, girls love jewelry, and those high school girls, they really love them some jewelry. But we have stylists that have done fundraisers with all different types of organizations, and Park Lane gives 50% back. So if you're passionate about fundraising, you have a really rich program in order to give to whatever organization that you are passionate about. And that's the reason why Park Lane doesn't have a specific organization that they advocate for, because they know each one of their stylists have something different that they're passionate about. So instead of having one, they give us a program that we can go and fundraise for whatever we are passionate about. And I absolutely love that. So those are just a few things that I love about Park Lane and that really make Park Lane different. Okay. So why now? Why is now a great time to start this out? Okay, y'all, I'll tell you. It's because the season is changing and it is summer. And it's fun to try things new in the summer. It is fun to party in the summer. And everybody is shopping. The seasons are changing, and so everybody is shopping. And anytime that there's like a seasonal change and people are shopping for new things, it's a great time to start this business. And it's a great time to try it out. So we are not only at the tipping point of growth, because you guys, Park Lane, like I said, it's been in business for 70 years and never had a negative percent. My dog is whimpering outside the door. I have a puppy. I have a mini Aussie. They're like have huge separation anxiety, and Molly is right outside my door. So if you hear that, that's what you hear. That's who's there. I will not bring her on camera. It's super distracting. But not only are we having double-digit growth year after year after year, but it's also a really great time to try something like this because of what I said. Okay. Also, Park Lane has the special that I mentioned earlier. That it's when you there's three different kits, okay? But I'm just going to mention the first two. $129, and you get $500 in free jewelry, okay? Your website's free for the first year. The second kit is $229, and you get, or $239. Now I'm second guessing myself. Anyway, you get $1,000 in free jewelry. But right now, by Wednesday, if you enroll and you submit $300 in sales, you can get, this is the regular impression bracelet. I was looking for my mini impression bracelet and I can't find it. But you get a mini impression bracelet. I think it's one of these gold ones, and it's a mini, which is not really that much smaller than this. It is gorgeous. It's actually my favorite size. But when you submit $300 in sales by Wednesday, and y'all, seriously, that could literally be like you deciding to buy $300 worth of jewelry, because guess what? When you shop your own website, you get your commissions back. So you get all the buy two, the get four, and then you're going to get your 30 to 50% back depending on what career level you come in on. So that is really why right now, like tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday is the perfect time to join, because that ends this Wednesday. Okay. So the last question I want to ask you guys is that most people have, not I'm going to ask you, sorry. The last question that most people have is, can I do this? Y'all, I will tell you that we have, like I said, you've seen all the videos in this group. We have so many different types of stylists. We have younger ones. We have ones that are in their later years. We have super edgy styles. We have very like, you know, very like, simple styles. Okay. I'm like, can't even think of the word. We have people that love big jewelry. We have people who are teachers. We have people who are attorneys. We have people who have 5 children, 7 children. We have those that have no children. We have empty nesters. We have those that have just started their families. We have those that have babies. We have those that are in between. We have all different walks of life. We have, elementary school principals. Like I said, we have teachers. We have those that are in the banking industry. We have those that are every walk of life. I'm like running out of my professions here that I can think of off the top of my head. So if you're wondering, can I do this? All you really need is you have to love the jewelry and like to share it. Be excited to share it with someone. You get your partner, your upline is the person that you're going to sign up with, and you get her partnering with you to get you started. If you're curious, but you're not really sure, you need to get with your upline and you need to do something called a decider show. A show that can help you decide if it is the right thing for you or not. Okay. Y'all just partner together. She does a show and then she lets you decide after that. If you want to do it, you can actually convert that show to be your first show. But if you're like, you know what, I love it, but thank you. I've decided I'm better as a customer. Then you're giving your host, your stylist, you are doing a show with her and you're helping her further her business. So that is also an option. But to get that mini impression bracelet, you got to sign up and enroll and spend the $300 by, sorry, I just got one of those random texts that doesn't make any sense. I think it's a spam. Sorry. So anyway, so I'm excited to say welcome. I guess I cautiously will say welcome to some of you because I have a feeling that some of y'all are going to jump in. But if you are here and you're like, you know what, this is not for me, we're so grateful that you are here. We're glad that you're here learning about it because you might have an aunt that 2 months from now or 2 weeks from now is like, I need a little something fun in my life. And you may be thinking, you know what? That Park Lane thing, I think she needs that. They seemed like a real fun group of gals. They sounded positive. They sounded really faith-based. They sounded like they could really be a perfect group for my aunt. We're happy for you to share us with others. So thank you so much for being here. Okay, what you're going to do now is you're going to fill out the Google form that is pinned to the comments, okay? And you're going to have a code word, and we will announce the winner on Wednesday, but you need to fill the form out. So tonight's code word is sparkle. I was going to say summer, but it was summer a couple weeks ago. So sparkle is tonight's code word. Okay, y'all are amazing. Fill out that Google form. Code word is sparkle. I can't wait to actually choose the winner and see who that's going to be. Y'all have a fantastic night, and thank you so much for being here, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.